And we have some news just coming in. Jammu and Kashmir targeted killing is what we're reporting on. Terrorists have fired upon one labourer identified as Mukesh of Uttar Pradesh in the Tumchi Naupada area of Pulwama, who later on succumbed to the injuries. This area has been cordoned off is what we are learning. Yesterday, terrorists fired upon a police inspector in the Idgah Srinagar area, critically injuring him. The second targeted terrorist attack in 24 hours in Kashmir. Two targeted killings within 24 hours is what we're reporting on. Today, terrorists have gunned down a labourer from Uttar Pradesh in Pulwama. Yesterday also there was in fact a targeted attack that took place in this particular area in a similar fashion. Remember, this is a targeted attack. Yesterday, terrorists fired upon a police inspector in the Idgah Srinagar area, critically injuring him. This, remember, is the second targeted terror attack in 24 hours in Kashmir. Terrorists have fired upon one labourer identified as Mukesh of Uttar Pradesh in the Tumchi Naupada area of Pulwama, who later on succumbed to his injuries. Ashraf Bani has more details on that story. Ashraf, there are two targeted killings within 24 hours. What more details can you share with us about the increased bandobast of the police, the army in both of these regions as far as this targeted attack by terrorists is concerned, and where are the investigations headed? Who has been identified just yet?
Saniha, about today's terror incident, what happened in the Tangchi village of the Pulwama district. It is a small village on the border of Badgam and Pulwama district, where this labourer from the Uttar Pradesh was shot in a close range by a pistol, and he was seriously injured, then succumbed to injuries in nearby hospital. This is the second terror attack during last 24 hours, as you mentioned, in the Kashmir Valley. Yesterday afternoon, a police inspector was shot in the same style in a close range by a pistol, and he was critically injured and still fighting for his life in Srinagar hospital. But so far, we have seen some spike in these terror-related incidents during last 1 week, when a major infiltration bid was foiled on line of control in Masil sector. Then another infiltration bid was foiled yesterday late evening in the Kupwara district in Keren sector, and also the spike in the terror-related incidents. TRF, which is known as the shadow terror outfit of the Lashkar-e-Taiba, has claimed responsibility for the killing of this non-local labourer in Pulwama, and also they claimed the responsibility for yesterday's terror incident in the Idgah area of Srinagar. So clearly it shows that there is some kind of a spike in terror-related incidents all across the Jammu and Kashmir, particularly in the Srinagar city, and a series of these soft targets and the killings of non-locals is being once again in the focus of terrorists in the Kashmir Valley. The security forces during last many months claimed that they have almost brought the terrorism to the zero level, but once again we are seeing this kind of spike, and concerning for the security agencies as well as for the Jammu and Kashmir administration.
Absolutely, and like we've spoken about this in the past as well, Ashraf, that there's been an increase in targeted killings in this region. The idea is to drive fear, in the hearts of those people who want to come and live here, work here in this particular region. The effort is by these terrorists to ensure that normalcy is not restored, isn't it?
Absolutely, Saniha. Basically, when we have seen earlier also, when police claims that everything is fine, terrorism is counting its dead days, and this was not only claimed by the top police and army officials, but in fact the Jammu and Kashmir LG, that they are going to vanish the terrorism from the Jammu and Kashmir state. We have seen some big operations launched by the security agencies during last many months and years, and there was some decline in the terror-related incidents during last few months after the last year's soft targeted killings and other terror-related incidents. But abruptly after the tensions what are going in the world, in particular in the Middle East, we are also seeing some spike of terror-related incidents in the Kashmir Valley, particularly the infiltrations, because so far the army itself has claimed that they managed to foil most of the infiltration bids in the Kashmir Valley on line of control with Pakistan. But despite that, it is believed that many terrorists have managed to sneak into Jammu and Kashmir before winters, and probably to keep the pot boiling during the winters in the Kashmir Valley. And that is visible during last 24 hours, how we have seen that the two targeted soft targets being targeted by the terrorists in two different areas of the Kashmir Valley, and still the security agencies are clueless about these attackers, about these terrorists who carried out these two attacks in two different parts of the Kashmir Valley.
All right. I'm going to thank you, Ashraf Wani, for getting us those details. Ashraf Wani joining us with the very latest as far as those two targeted killings, attacks rather, in the last 24 hours is concerned.